Hello, I'm Emma Hammet from firstaidforpets.net, and today I'm going to talk to you about eye injuries in your pet and what to do if they hurt themselves, or in some breeds it's possible for the eye to actually pop out and be on their cheek, and so obviously that requires immediate first aid, and I'll be telling you how to help and what to do. So how do eye injuries happen? How might your dog have a serious eye injury? Well, things like running through heavy vegetation or woodland. If you're throwing a stick for them, just be very careful where you throw it, because they will obviously be focusing on the stick and not on where they're going. If they are having a play fight or a serious fight with another dog, then that's how they can get scratches to their eyes as well. If they've got a pre-existing eye impairment or deformity, that can make them more disposed to having a serious eye injury. And if you have a puppy that just doesn't know how strong they are or how be able to appreciate risk, then they again can be more prone to. And if they're having a fight with a cat, cats can be quite nasty and can look to scratch eyes as one of the ways that they fight. So all those things can cause eye injuries. So one of the most common signs that your dog might have hurt their eye is, hey, it might look bloodshot or red. It may be watering, it may be itchy, they may be pawing at it and trying to rub their eye. They may be squinting slightly, the eyelid could be twitching, excessive blinking. They may have difficulty opening their eye, or a discharge around it, or sensitivity to light, or a change in the size and shape of the pupils. There's all sorts of indications, and obviously they can't tell you as easily as a human can. With some breeds of dog, brachycephalic breeds, such as French bulldogs with short snouts and shallow eye sockets, it can make it so that it is possible with not too much force for that eye to actually pop out of the socket. Now obviously that is very serious and you will need a vet to put it back, but the most important thing for you giving first aid to your dog is to make sure that that eye and the eye socket do not dry out. So what you would need to do is get plenty of saline soaked gauze, and you would put that over the socket and also over the eyeball, and get them to a vet as quickly as you possibly can. So you would want it absolutely soaked in saline. So that is really important, and they may need some sort of an Elizabethan collar to stop them from scratching and pawing at that, because that will really bother them, and they will be frightened by it too. So just stay as calm as you possibly can. If they have chemicals in their eye, you would need to rinse that. So we're not talking about the eyeball out now, we're just talking about chemicals in the eye from if you've got a dog that has chemicals that have been spilt on them or splashed in them. And what you would do is you would irrigate, and you would irrigate away from the rest of the dog, so you're not contaminating anything else. And just be careful of yourself as well, and make sure you're not contaminating yourself. And just be careful of splashes too. So lots of water irrigating out, and for at least 20 minutes, and then get them to the vet. But it's really important you do that first aid first as well. Wear gloves if you can, if you're talking about contamination as well. That's the sort of key things to do. If you realise that your pet has got an eye injury, you need to get them to the vet. If the eye has popped out, you need to make sure that it stays moist and doesn't dry out. So that's both the socket and the eyeball itself, that you actually keep those with sterile saline and a gauze patch over, and stop them with an Elizabethan collar of some sort from scratching and pawing at that themselves. And if there's chemicals in the eye, you rinse it, and you rinse away from them and away from the fur. I hope that's been useful. That's Emma Hammett from First Aid for Pets.